We are back here on Carolina Women, and we are having a wonderful time today. Celia's back with us. We've been talking about being hydrated. With Lori, we talked about health and wellness, and it's important being proactive and prevention. And so now I'd love to kind of share, and this is why we're all giggling. Before we actually started taping, we had the opportunity to really try the hammocks.
Right.
And, you know, I was so apprehensive. We said it in the first segment, you know, we've got
She's
20s,
practically
30s.
a pro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And at 70, I was just 68. I shouldn't age
don't
myself.
age yourself.
But I wasn't sure I could even manage it. So talk to us a little bit about how all of this works and some of the things that we did.
Yeah, we hung upside down. I got to put Debbie in the camera in the hammock and flip her upside down,
Jessica
and she
was
didn't
so
fall
excited.
out.
She was like, "Yeah, you go, girl."
No, you did amazing. You did amazing. This anti-gravity fitness is a modality of exercise that teaches you a lot about spinal decompression, but it teaches you a lot about trusting yourself, and anybody can do it. I've had kids as young as 9 come now with their parents, and older than Debbie, so much older. But
what's really interesting about what you said is this is kind of taking a different tact. Is the trusting yourself. I think the hardest part for me was probably trusting myself.
Yes.
I heard you and I listened, but I was still apprehensive initially.
It's that final letting go. It's that final realizing nothing is holding me up except for this hammock, which holds 1,000 pounds, by the way. So it's definitely rigged well, and it's not going to break. But it's really knowing your own body, knowing your body.
What is it? We were talking, Maria was talking that even she's had some clients, and you could just feel the elongation from even 1 or 2.
It feels amazing. You have a fascial release, you have a spinal release, you have your muscular release, and you have a nervous system release. You have all sorts of different systems in your body that are reacting to literally hanging upside down, and not just that move itself, but just the feeling of sometimes feeling weightless. Sometimes you just sit in the hammock. We have to do a little cocoon at the end, but just sitting in the hammock and meditating with your eyes closed and feeling like you're floating is a really amazing
therapeutic experience
for your brain. Your whole parasympathetic nervous system gets a little bit of release.
Well, I know that we're gonna talk about Pilates, I think, next time. Today we're really focusing on the hammock piece of it, but to the parasympathetic nervous system, I mean, that's the relax. And sometimes I think I found myself so,
tense.
If it's like the spaghetti thing in there, I felt like spaghetti when I uncooked, and then as you talked me through
and then just line my fingers go up your back, and you're like, oh, and it's what's really, really beautiful to see in a client is to watch how their bodies literally react, not just to the words, but to their own connection in their brain, and be like, okay, oh, I just got it. And you can see the epiphanies happening in their body. It's pretty beautiful.
And then again, for thinking that maybe I'm not the most graceful thing in the world, I think what you were really good at, you and Marie too, were just kind of...
Well, we're there to support you. It's your exercise, it's your experience. So we're just kind of the background helpers and teachers. But
what are your recommendations? If let's say we really want to start this. Actually, when Lori left, she said, I will be back.
She's going to come back, I hope,
Exactly.
I hope. You want to go to our website, dancinghammock.com, and there is a login button on the top right corner of the screen. You'll create an account with your email and your phone number. You'll get an email, and it'll tell you the next steps from there. But your first class for the hammocks is $5 if you've never done it before. There are contraindications, so make sure you read those in the health history form.
Don't eat a giant dinner before you come.
Don't eat a lot of food before you hang upside down. You don't want to be pregnant. There's a couple other things but major surgeries and spinal issues. But pretty much almost anybody can do this. A lot of people really thought they couldn't, and next thing you know, they're upside down, going like, "Wow, I can't believe this happens."
Really quickly, do you find that this is like a complement to the Pilates, a good sort of a fun way to incorporate different modalities?
And like I said, I think in the very first interview we had, is that I felt like Pilates needed more. It needs a cardiovascular connection or segment, and it also needs a decompression segment. You hear people going, "Oh, I love my traction table," and I was like, well, this is so much more fun. And you can swing in it, you can sit in it, you can hang upside down in it, but you can also we have a restorative class where the hammock's only maybe 8 inches off the floor. You don't have to be completely upside down if you don't want to. You can just let your feet swing in it, your hips swing in it, your upper body rest in it. Again, it's more therapeutic. It's called restorative yoga.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, this has been
really, really fun.
We've all had such a good good time today. I really appreciate your time. We've learned a lot.
Glad to
Good
get everybody
call
upside
on your
down.
partner. This is amazing.
Yay,
And seeing
I
you
know, and
again is
thanks to
great.
Maria.
We want to thank all of you for joining us here on Carolina Women. Have a safe and wonderful week.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye now.